Good YouTubing, everybody. Thanks for stopping by and checking out this review, plus checking out the channel. We really do appreciate it. What we're going to talk about is Spider-Man Marvel Legends Retro Collection Jack-O-Lantern by Hasbro. Available now at $25.99. It may vary. Prices like Entertainment Earth for $24.99. I think they're $1 less. And you can add an extra $3 at Bigbadtoystore, and they'll specially package it for you to try to keep it in mint condition. That's also there for you as well. And like I said before, it's different prices at different places, but not by much, maybe $1 or $2 off. Okay, so guys, let me know something in the comments. You see the figure here. Out of all the Jack-O-Lanterns that Hasbro has done in the future and now, which one is your favorite one that they've done? Let me know in the comments. But right now, let's go ahead and roll them off the stand and let's get started. Okay, so let's go over the packaging. I don't like these kinds of packaging just because you can't put the figure in and out when you're finished or ready to play with the figure. You can't do that with these kinds of packaging because once you open it, you tear up the artwork, you tear up the plastic inside. Not saying that you can't do it, but it takes a lot of work to try to get it evenly open, right? So let's look at the box itself. We'll go over it. There's your Marvel Comics here. You also see Spider-Man sitting on his words, also with the webbing in the background. It also has City in the background as well. And then you see Jack-O-Lantern here. He's not sitting on the billboard, that billboard form. It's the orange billboard, but he's flying past it. Would have been cool if he was on it, but it looks like he's flying past the billboard. Okay, that'll work. And then you can see the figure inside the bubble here with all the accessories, plus some instructions for you there, right? And that's gonna be on the front. Let me give you a closer look at the city in the background of the box, of the packaging. That's cool, very nice. Hang on the shelf, looks great. Open it, it's finished. Let's take a look at the back. Okay, for the back, you can see the Marvel and Marvel Comics, Spider-Man just like in the front, webbing himself. Also Jack-O-Lantern flying past the billboard this time with no lights at the bottom, but there it is. And you'll have that diagram. If you don't know how to do the pieces and you want to learn how to do it, just take a look at this diagram and it'll show you, right? And here's some stuff you can pause, you can read, and we can get to talking about it. And I have some more stuff right here, right? We can pause that and we can talk about that as well. But that will do it for the packaging. Oh! Okay, so let's give him a measure. We'll go ahead and break out the stick on the inches side. Okay. All right, we'll put it behind him on the inches side, including the very last flame on his head. It'll put him right over 7 inches, right over it, like 7 1/4 with the last flame on his head, right? Okay, that's right on that. And then on the centimeter side, he'll be just right under 18 centimeters with that last flame, if you know what I mean there. It's that last little flame there. You see it, and it puts him right under 18 centimeters. You got it? Okay. All right. That's where he's at. That's where he's standing. Okay, so let's go ahead and scale him up. We'll just do a few figures just to get the size comparison. He looks tall. Okay, so we'll do, there's your man, Sandman. He looks real little, but he has accessories that make him look a little larger, but he is a little guy. Okay, and let's go with Marvel's Angel. Okay, all right. So you see the size comparison there. Jack-O-Lantern is he's a real tall character, but they do look good in size. Okay, so you get the idea. Okay, so let's take a look at the accessories. What you'll be getting is an extra pair of hands. You'll get the hovercraft, and you'll get the pumpkin grenade. One pumpkin grenade. He has a whole bunch on his belt there, but that's what you'll be getting. All right, so let's go ahead and run over them. We'll start with the pairs of hands first, which are punch hands. Here goes your punch hand here. Nothing to it. There's your grooves to pertain to a glove, which looks pretty decent, if you ask me. I think it looks really good. Not bad. The cuts are fine. It actually looks like he's in the hands inside a glove. I do like that. Just don't like the different color latch. Make that the same color. We have to have those hinges and latches blend in much as possible. But I do like the hand with the glove look to it because it looks great. The cuts are great. I'm not mad at it at all. Looks really good. Okay, so that's that on that hand. So let's check out the other hand. same concept. It's nothing different. I mean, you're looking at the exact same thing. You got the waves there, like the gloves on the suit. You have the hand balled up like it's in a glove, and that looks really good. The knuckles inside, the fingers inside, actually looks like he's inside a suit and wearing gloves, right? The hinge is not great. Don't like that. This different color hinge, change it up, guys. Make it the same color, okay? So that's your punch hand, all right? So let's go to the pumpkin grenade. You see the pumpkin grenades on his waist there. This one doesn't look as good as those do, because those do not come off. This one looks, it looks kind of cheesy because it's shiny. It doesn't look like a pumpkin at all. It looks like a bead. So this sticks onto his belt there. There's a spot for it to stick on. It's just a bead. I wish they were big as those, and those kind of fuzzy looking. They look way better than this does. But there you are. There you have it, okay? Also, let's look at his hovercraft, right? The hovercraft is pretty cool. You know that he can stand on it. I like the hovercraft in the gold color. Loving that. You have your this kind of swirl design. You have this bolting action there. If you want to look real quick, that kind of like bolts on it. You see the bolts there, right? And if you look real closely on this one, I mean, what? You see the center, right? That's fine. Why is there an extra piece here? This extra piece going in the center. Why wasn't it just made like that? What do we need the extra piece for? Is that for the is that for the grenade to go inside? You open it, you drop it. What do you do with that? He stands on it, drops a grenade. I'm not quite sure. If you know why there's an extra piece for this, just to put in the center, let me know in the comments, because I don't see that a reason for it at all. Okay, let me know. But that will do it for the accessories. Okay, so let's look at the figure up close. We'll check out the paint scheme, which is the paint ops, and we'll look at the mold, right? Okay, so let's start looking at the head. What I do like about this, man, I love the head. So let's take a closer look. I do like the pumpkin head. Reason why I like his head is because the flames are awesome. And then you got that kind of a yellowish color in his eyes, kind of setting it off. If you put lighting to that with the photos, if you want to get some photo shots, that's going to look good. And not to mention that top on his head. So I do like that a bunch. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what we're doing here. We have translucent plastic, right, on his head here. That's all you have is translucent plastic. We're not new to that. We've seen this before with all kinds of effects, flame effects, your Ghost Riders, your stuff like that. And that's pretty basic. You have the colors of the orangish yellow and then the darker at the top here. So you got that. You got the stem of his head there. And if you look at the pumpkin part of his face, the transition with the flames is really good. It's not bad at all. So I do like that. So you're going to have your sculpting here. You sculpt out the mouth and the eyes. Then you put your, I guess there's some kind of yellow background in there to have it seen through his mouth and his eyes. I don't know how that would work. What kind of, you might make a ball and then just shove it in there over the mold, under the mold of the pumpkin face, which is that orange and light orange color. As you can see, they did a great job. So it looks good. Look inside there. You can see that. Great job, right? It's not bad. I do like it. Okay, so he does have a scarf here. This scarf is not soft goods. It's more like it's just an ABS plastic, maybe PVC kind of, because it comes off. When his head comes off, this can come off, but it's not flexible enough to do anything else the way it looks. That's standard as is, okay? So we look at the, let's go with the arms next, okay? The arms on the figure, they're okay because they match the legs. I don't know what body they use for this guy, but I'm pretty sure he's a reused guy as well. But you see the arms are the basic HASBRO Muscle Man arms, right? They're gonna be sculpted very well. You'll see muscle. He has supposedly have that green suit on, but it's pretty tight on him, right? Really tight. So you see the muscles there. Going to the green oversized gauntlets into the hands. So let's look at those hands. Okay, we see them just like the gloves. Same thing, just his hands are wide open and they have great detail on them as well, which I do like. Going to the other gauntlet, you see the gauntlet and the hands pertain to the gloves, looking very good on that as well. Minor detail, but just enough, and the cuts are great. Liking that. Okay, other arm, you have your muscle features here. Nothing's overdone, nothing's too bulky. This might have been designed just for this figure, not sure, but the way the muscles are, it fits. It's not like bulky or maybe a Thor arm or something like that, something huge. So it does fit him. And if you look at the middle of the body, right, this is going to be more metallic green, like scaly, almost like, you know, some scales, like he was an underwater creature. If you look at it real closely, you see that? It's like scales. Let me close up on that for you. See that? Kind of scaly looking. It looks good. Got that metallic shine to it. Not bad. Still looks good. Okay, so you see that's on the body there. You see a little bit of ab in there, a little bit of chest, and the back as well. So you will have the stuff on the back here, but you'll have some different things going to his arms here. You see where his arms, where it goes in? That is all the same. I thought it was different, just the lighting is making it look different. So all the way down to his butt, all that stuff looks good. So let's look at the balls, not the balls, but the pumpkin grenades, right? So these pumpkin grenades are on there. They're stationary. They do not come off. I'm assuming they don't. If they do, you would have to take a lot of pressure to them, because they don't, because some are woven together here, as you can see. They're woven together, so I'm assuming they don't come off the belt here, right? But you do have the one that does stick on there for your posing reasons, right? It does come off. Okay, so the legs, their position, the proportion of the legs are good too, because he stands well and he feels well, and the muscle sculpt is not overdone as well. You see that? That looks about right. The coloring looks good on that. Do like that. The legs look just fine. Okay, let's go to the oversized boots here. The boots do have that hangover, that old school retro hangover, and then you're gonna have just green, you know, ABS plastic all over the figure here as well. Same on that side as well. So looking at the figure up close with the scope and the painting, it looks good. I mean, it's not bad. I like the metallic. The flame's good. The paint on the pumpkin head is good. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Guys, let me know what you think about it. Okay, so let's step into it. That points of articulation, that POA. You're looking at the guy there. You ready? Okay, let's do it. All right, we'll start with the head. Of course, the head I do not like. It's something that I wish they didn't do, especially being how awesome I would like for him to look down and whatnot. But he is on this ball and socket system with nothing. I mean, there's no movement whatsoever in there. You're on a ball and socket. That's it. You're restricted with this. This restricts you with movement anyway, because it's there. It looks terrible if it's not there, but since it is there, and then you just have the ball and this joystick on the socket there, that's just terrible for me. Yeah, he turns around. Yeah, he might have a tilt or two, but this is in the way. So the head movements for Jack O'Lantern is terrible. I am not a fan of that. That is a bad job. Don't do that again, Hasbro. That's just terrible. Okay, so let's go to the arms. The arms have movement in the by the chest and going toward the back for flexibility. You can see that there. That's awesome. And also it has itself on a latch system, which rotates all the way around, of course. There you go. And you will have your bicep swivel. That's there. Okay. And nice to see the latches are blending in with the same color versus the hand latches that are different, right? Okay, so the latches are there. Got it. Goes all the way in as much as it can without hitting the gauntlet. It's still decent. And then you're going to have the latches in the hands by the gauntlets. When the gauntlet's restricted just a little bit, but not a lot. But you see how you got enough play there. That's good. And that's the same on both sides, okay? So in the middle of the figure, you have what Hasbro's known for here. They have the crunching. Now, I like that there's no gap showing. Sometimes they have a lot of gap showing. Looks terrible. But so far, it's been good. So you have your crunches there, your outers. Those work well. You can see on the back there, not bad at all, okay? All this is stationary here. You have your belt green, all stationary, okay? So let's look at what's going on the dumbbell flies, right? You see the flies there? There are dumbbell joints there. You got it. That's what they are. There you go, okay? And let's look at the legs here. You see that they have their thigh swivel. You're gonna have that by Hasbro for sure. And that's on both sides. Let's go to the legs. The legs of the latches, the legs, they're matching. Right, you see that? That's what we want to see. Same color, blend them in as much as you can. We're always going to see them, but just blend them in. Okay, you've been to the first one, and you go all the way back. That's what you want, right? And that's going to be the same on both sides. Let's look toward the calf. You see the calf has the rotation. There you go. Also have the rocker on the bottom of the foot, right? And then you're gonna have your latches in and out, right? Okay. Also has the pegs for the hovercraft or anything you need it for standing for other poses, right? Okay, guys, let me know something. Did you like the articulation or not? Let me know. Okay, so let's talk about the pros and cons. Let's start with the cons first. The cons for me is that I don't like the head movement. Why is it on a joystick ball and socket? It confuses me. Why even make that? That's kind of crazy to me to see that, especially with this figure. I would love to see him have different head movements, especially flying on the hovercraft. I do not like that at all. There's not enough accessories. I know he has his pumpkin grenades. Let's have a little more come off, a little more he can throw. That would be nice. Also, some kind of other weapon would be good in my opinion. But that's what I have on my cons. For my pros, I do like the coloring, the dark green. I do like the what do you call the metallic green? That's pretty awesome. And I do like the fact that he has the hovercraft, plus he has the pumpkin grenade that he can take off. Do like that. The coloring of the head with the translucent flames is awesome as well. So guys, for me, what I'm gonna give this figure would be a 3 out of 5 stars. Guys, let me know what your stars are and let me know in the comments. Pricing starts at $25.99 plus shipping. Check out Big Bad Toy Store if you want to pick this guy up. And you guessed it, you can get it at Bigbadtoystore.com. Just check out Bigbadtoystore.com. So what are you waiting for? Check them out. And this brings us to the end of our video. If you found the video informational or you just simply enjoyed watching, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And as always, this has been another toy review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.